Oh, just as it starts, he stops singing. Oh, they'd have loved that. Hello, you cheeky monkeys. Here we are for the last radio show of the regular season before we do one, possibly after the FA Cup final. If Carpenter can be bothered to turn up, he's not here today because him and the Pirates are in a seven-a-side tournament. Are you ready for this? You lot are going to poo your pants when I tell you the results. Right, he went there. He wasn't really expecting much, was he, John?
No, not at all.
His results were 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, 4-2, 5-1, then 1-1, then 2-1 in the first knockout stage, then 3-2 after extra time in the second knockout stage, then 4-1 in the quarterfinals, and then what after that, John?
It was 1-0 in the semi-final, last-minute goal, so they are now into the final.
Pirates are in a final. That's more wins in an afternoon than they've had in 2 seasons. What do you got to say about that, Davies?
It's good to see the over 70s seven-a-side league giving them a game.
Oh dear, bless their socks. Right, first of all, I'm going to go and say hello to a few people in the window. So, Akib, he's there. He kindly offered to come and help us, but it was after I'd already got this sorted, so...
Hola, Akib.
And Omar's there, who I speak to every now and then, I think, on is he in Venezuela? Or there's some country... in South America, isn't he? He flips between the two of them. I think that's him. Natasha's there.
Oh, Muatas. He's nuts.
Is he? Is he the one who lives in in some part of South America?
I think he's Egypt, but I'm not sure. I talked to him on Facebook. He's a good laugh.
I can't see his picture. All I can see is his name. And Natasha's there, and Kamo, and our very own Tim, who I'm surprised he's managed to get his computer turned on. He was having no end of trouble today watching the stream, which is why he isn't here with us.
Dude, punch it works.
Stan the Man 450. I think I recognise him. Who else is there? There is Catherine's there. Yeah. Is he from playing Final Fantasy X? It's the greatest game ever. He was playing on the PS4 last night. She was telling me. I said I'd never played Final Fantasy. Kieran's there, and who else is there? There's someone called John is there.
Jack, he pops up.
Pete, the PA Gooner. He's there. I think that's Pete. Jake Riley. So there you go. Little hello to everybody. So on to the game. What a result! What a game! Did you both watch all of the game?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, geez. When that first goal from Theo Walcott, I actually screamed and did a little bit of wee. I thought, that's never going to go. The way he cut in and then just crossed the ball. I thought he was crossing it to someone. Do you think he actually meant to put the ball in the top left-hand corner? Jace?
Yeah, fair play to him. You know, he looked sharp today, didn't he? And he was brave. Big improvement on when he first came back into the team. I really impressed. You know, he went for it and he fucking buried it.
Mm.
Yeah, it was superb.
Do you agree with Jace, or do you think Jace is making it up?
No, I was really surprised. I mean, it was like start the game, moving the ball around nicely. I thought, going into the game, I thought it might be a bit of a damp rubber, just sort of a draw or a 2-1.
Damp squib. Damp rubber. It's like Paul Merson, who says that put the pigeons amongst the cats.
Yeah, been doing that all day. But I mean, I wasn't expecting that result. I thought we might get a win, but when Theo got on the ball, just out of nothing, just a bit of space and bang, absolute. I think what's the term? Thunder cunted that one in.
It was a goal. Yes. Oh,
his movement all game was just really impressive, really good.
Yeah. If you look at the Swansea game, he wasn't trying to get in front of the keeper. He didn't back himself at all. Today, he was a different player.
He really looked up for it, didn't he?
Yeah. It was nice to see. It was, as long as he's not a prick in his contract negotiations, happy days. Yeah, just
sign it. Most people would kill for that a year, let alone a week. Just do it.
Yeah.
Don't fuck around to say thank you very much. But I would add that he should put a little clause in there that he wants to get more games up front, not out wide. Because I think he showed for England against Croatia all those years ago, and he showed again today. I think his third or fourth hat trick for us.
Yeah, but I think that's you look at where I was quite surprised when he subbed him. I thought that you want to tinker with the team, see what your best formation is, and see what your options are. I'd have thought he'd have put Giroud up top, Theo on the right, pulled Santi off because Santi's played a lot recently and he looked tired midweek, and then put Wilshere and Ramsey in the middle, right? to see how that would work. Because, all of a sudden, you've seen him coming in off the right-hand side, you get the target man in Giroud, and then you've got Jack and Rambo going up and down the middle. And I was a bit confused as to why he didn't try that. Look, he's a manager, knows better than me, but I think that might have, I think the fact that he's just put him straight off may show us he does see him as a viable option up top.
John, why do you think he took him off? I was thinking maybe to try and get the monkey off of Giroud's back. That's now 8 games in a row that he hasn't scored in.
Yeah, I think it was partly that, give him a run out before the cup final. He obviously did want him to get a goal. And also West Brom had changed the personnel a bit. I mean, I was confused, their lineup at the start. I was like, why the fuck is Lescott playing left back? And just didn't really make sense. So I think that was part of it. Theo still... I know he was out for, like a year, and he's been back a while, but he's still nursing his way back into it. It's a long time to come back from that, so just to see how the team plays differently and give players a rest. But they needed minutes. It would have been nice if Giroud had got a goal.
Yeah.
But Walcott, like for the second goal, you could really see his desire today, because that was, it was a bit of a scramble. He got there first, made a little bit of room for himself, pokes it in. That's really, really good instincts.
He's very brave,
really sharp. Really sharp indeed. Talking about making a name for himself, Mr. Wilshere, Jace. Wow, woof! What a last 2 or 3 games he's had for us.
He's come back. We were talking about this after the Swansea game. He came on. He really showed one of Arsene's favourite words, desire. To be involved in everything. We said with Rami Shaban this week. You look at Jack and Rambo. They never hide. They always want the ball. They always want to be involved, and I think he showed real intent again today, and his goal. If it wasn't for Ramsey's goal out in Turkey, that was goal of the season for me. It was just. I mean, he hit it. I just didn't. Lucky the netting was there because it would have taken the back of the stadium off. It was a belter, wasn't it?
Did you do a little bit of whiz as well, John?
Oh yeah, no, that was brilliant. The little flick back from was it Gabriel, I think, in the box, just to knock it back for him, and then just when he rifled it. I mean, if you took the shooting in that game and put it into the last 3, you would have had so many more points. It was like Wenger had just sort of slapped him silly during the week, like midweek or something, and just said, "This is how you hit the target," and they all paid attention today. And it was nice to see all of them actually having a go as well, and not sort of passing it off to someone.
Bang on. They've actually had shooting practice this week, haven't they?
Yeah.
Boys, this is where the goal is. Fucking hit it. Because even Santi put one on target and got a good save out of... is it a deflection or a save out of My Hill? My Hill, Welsh international. He had a good game.
Yeah, that was the thing. First half West Brom were a little bit poor, but second half defensively they were a lot better. But we could have scored so many more goals in that game if it wasn't for My Hill. That could have been 8 easy.
Yeah, he's made half a dozen top-class saves, another 3 or 4 great saves. Bloody hell.
Theo could have had 5 in the first half alone, and then when Ramsey come on, he nearly had a hat-trick.
Yeah. The image of Wenger sort of when he does the shaking his hand, too hot to handle with Ramsey ones when he hits the post. That's brilliant. There's a nice vine of that going around on Twitter at the moment. Really funny.
Or send that to me. I want to see that. I do like that. But it was good to see us. Okay. W.B.A weren't at the races first half, but you can only play what's in front of you. So no matter what anybody wants to say, Theo Walcott and Jack Wilshere had a great games today. They showed real intent. They were brave, and it was nice to see. Because of injuries, it's taken them all a while to get back in. Theo's been slowly coming back in. Maybe it's a psychological thing because of the injuries he's had, and I totally get that. I've had the same thing myself. It does play in your mind if there's been any issues with the knee. But as John said, he was really brave today, and all credit to him. It's nice to see him do that. I think Arsene Wenger's got a real headache coming into next week.
Oh, it's a good headache. It's a kind of good headache that you enjoy. He's got
Yeah.
a striker on the bench who's wanting to come on and bang some goals in. He's got Villa. I said before the pod, one of the things I wanted to talk about is Villa's run up for the final. We've had we've had a couple of draws, and we've not been in that form. But to play like we did today, just to annihilate them, and that the first half today reminded me of the first half of Southampton 6, Villa 1, where it's all about pace, straight through the middle to a pacey striker, and then ruin them. So Villa's build up to the final, 6-1 loss to Southampton and a 1-0 loss at home to the mighty Burnley, who I'm quite sad Burnley went down. Danny Ings scored another goal. He's off to somewhere better in the season, next season. Can I hear a plane going overhead?
Yeah, that's what I heard. It sounded like that.
Sorry, lads.
Oh, that's all right, don't worry. Oh, he's off. Is that? Don't drive down my road, you bastards!
You fucking can't. Who do you think you are?
He's gonna go and Hulk smash the car.
Oh, don't. I got a Pelican crossing up the road, okay, and some guy last year drove through on the red light, so I kicked his car.
Oh, excellent. Bit of Welsh justice there.
He didn't stop.
So what are your thoughts about this giving us a nice little run up to the Villa game, Jace?
To be honest, I think, look, it's cup finals on the day. They have the potential to be very difficult for us. We have the potential to fucking annihilate them. To absolutely, we can win this cup final 5-0.
Yeah.
We've got that much talent in the squad. It all depends which team turns up on the day, and if we catch them flat-footed, their defence, the Bakuna and who is it? Okore or something like that.
Sendros is back fit for them as well.
Oh, I like Sendros,
but he's back on the bench.
Okore, he's just fucking rubbish. Honestly, I don't like saying that about professional footballer. I don't. But him and Stefan El-Shaarawy are in my bag of rubbish players. They're just, against Southampton, Okore just did not know what he was doing. He might as well have been wearing a big coloured wig and Coco the Clown boots because he was a fucking muppet. It was disgraceful, okay? Honest to God. No, but you look at Benteke. Benteke's a threat, okay? And he's big, quick, strong. We're going to need to be sharp on him. If we shut down that midfield, Tom Cleverley's been playing quite well recently up until the Southampton game. But we got a lot of quality, and the boys showed it today. Regardless of how well Villa W.B.A played or didn't play, we really did. You can only play what's in front of you, and we put them to the sword today, which was nice to see. And when you got Rambo, Giroud, Ox on the bench, Koscielny on the bench, it's
good to see the Ox come back.
Yeah,
that was nice. I didn't expect to see him come on, to be honest. I was surprised he was even on the bench because the way they hadn't really talked about him much in the press conferences, sort of coming back in time. So that's a nice option to have.
Just had a thought about the final. After seeing the way that who's the bloke who scored all the goals for Southampton? It was Mane. Mane. Maybe Wenger thought the way that Mane is a pacey striker going straight through the middle, and then that's why he tried playing Theo there today to see what Theo can do, because then maybe give him maybe a half hour if we need him against Villa in the final. But just to see, trying to mirror image the way that Southampton ruined Villa, maybe he thought that's why he'll play Theo today. What do you think about that?
But to be honest with you, Dan, watching that Southampton game, Villa were the architects of their own downfall, so to speak.
Very high line for the defence, wasn't it?
Yeah, but as well as that, there were poor back passes. They were at 6s and 7s. They were all at sea. They didn't know what to do, and they basically gifted them half the goals. I mean, I felt for poor Shane. Yeah, he didn't have a hope. And to be honest, you could have put either of our keepers in that side, and it would have been exactly the same outcome. Because the back four just, concrete Ron Vlaar, he didn't, this guy was magnificent at the World Cup. He didn't know what the hell was going on. And you could see Tim Sherwood on the sidelines just going bananas, because it was just...
It's just one of those games, isn't it? Every team can have an aberration of a game like that. Yeah. But I mean, talking about Walcott through the middle, Wenger's always said he wanted to play him there. He always sees him in that position later in his career. So, whether that's a hint to next season, if he signs a contract, if he doesn't sign a contract, all that.
I think that was just to get him signed a contract last time, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what he used, isn't it? Let's
Uh,
be honest, okay? If he does sign the contract and he plays ball, great. Let's hope he improves.
Mm.
You know, if he doesn't sign a contract and he moves, I hope his fucking knee goes again.
would you swap him for Sterling if
No,
such a thing
no,
came about?
So, don't be funny. Why do you want to bring Raheem Sterling to the club?
I
He's
bloody
trouble.
don't. No, you can piss off.
You know, he's a mong.
Yeah.
He's a fucking mong-tard. You look at, I want trophies, you know.
And he wants to go to Spain.
Yeah, well, do you know what? He can fuck off to Spain. It's best for him. He can hit women out there. You know, the guy's been arrested twice for hitting women. Okay?
Has he?
Yeah. He's a nasty piece of work.
Oh,
know,
another one that's been done as well recently.
When Sean Massey runs the line, she's got to have security.
Oh, dear. You want to tell him that?
I'll tell him to his face. I'm not being he can fuck off. And his agent. Who's his fucking agent? Oh, you know.
He's that new wank agent.
AD Ward, isn't it? Or something like that.
Jamie Carragher's a knob. Okay, AD. Jamie Carragher may be a knob, but he's a knob with a Champions League medal. Who the fuck are you? Fuck off.
And I read that he's trying to get the Ox to be one of his clients as well.
Oh, fuck, don't.
All agents.
I don't think that'll happen with Chamberlain's dad. He won't.
No, he's
near like that.
He's an intelligent man, and to be honest, Ox an intelligent boy.
He's a clever bloke.
Yeah.
There you go, that's what we thought of Theo, but he's been a bit of a tit. Hope Theo, do you want Theo to stay? Do you want him to stay?
If he wants to, I want him to stay. You know, it's one of those. I want him to want to be part of it.
Mm.
You know, I want him fully committed. I want the Theo of today in our side. I really do. Okay. But the Theo against Swansea City, well, maybe that's a psychological thing due to the injury. I don't know. But a petulant Theo can go to hell. But a Theo with his head in the right place, he you know, I want this guy to prove his talent. You know, you look at Bale and you look at what Bale's gone on to do. Okay, Theo's been injured. There's nothing the club can do. There's nothing he can do about that. I want him to show a bit of self-belief and be brave like he was today. That's what I want.
John, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I've said previously that I thought he'd probably go, but then my opinion started changing as he was coming on more as a sub. But I'd keep him. There's no reason not to, because you know he scores goals, he gets assists. But like Jason said, if it's more he's staying because he gets offered more money here, then I'm not really that. Yeah, then he can go as far as I'm concerned. If he stays because he wants to stay, then yeah, definitely keep him, obviously, because he's proved what he can do, and maybe he will get more of a chance through the middle. Because it's so nice to see. You can see how much more Ozil enjoyed it today, having runners everywhere on the pitch for him to pick out.
Mm.
Sorry, I'm with John now. I thought he was gone a few weeks ago. I really did.
And Jack, we thought Jack was gone as well, but
no, I never thought Jack would go. To be honest, I don't see that. Okay.
No, I thought Jack had another season, and it was maybe next year make or break for Jack. But yeah. I thought Theo was gone a few weeks ago. I thought he was definitely out of the club.
But more to the point, you can see Wilshere knuckling down and working. You know, and that's the thing with Theo. Is he going to knuckle down and work? By the way, Akib, I love you too. Okay? I love you too, Akib. You're a top man.
Do you think that maybe Theo playing in that position could be the answer to what I was saying on the pod in the week, that we need a type of player, the opposite to Giroud, a kind of Suarez, Ian Wright. He's the one at Man City, Aguero, that kind of pacey one who's got an instant eye for goal. It doesn't have to look where the goal is. That's the kind of alternate striker we need against some teams, because when Giroud just can't do it, when he just doesn't play to his abilities.
But Danny, it comes down to bravery, okay? If you look at Luis Suarez, for all his nonsense, for all his bitey, silly moments, Luis Suarez is brave when it comes to getting in there and taking a chance. Now, against Swansea, Theo was very tentative. You know, he was a bit of a shithouse, to be honest with you. But today, he was brave. He was taking chances. You know, that first goal was superb. The second, magnificent. The third, again, backing himself, backing the opportunity at the back post. You know, it could go there. You know, it's one of those things, and we need the options. You know, that's why I was a bit surprised they didn't try him on the right as well. And
he can't play on the right though, can he? He needs to play as a striker.
You know, but he's shown he can play on the right. But if he can play on the right and through the middle, and he can do both, It gives us options, because you look at Santi midweek and on the weekend, he was awful. Okay, there's no getting away from it. He was bloody rubbish. You know? Whether he's tired, I don't know. Whether he's just having a bad patch, it could, it happens. But you need those options, and with Jack and Drambo, with a fit Ox, with a fit Theo Walcott chomping at the bit, you've got those options.
I like what Theo gives, because it's when you've got Giroud playing through the middle, it's not so much the team's one-dimensional, but you know that Giroud's going to be in that fixed position and everyone plays around him, which is fine. But when you have Theo, it's very fluid. You saw him and Alexis and Jack, and they're all interchanging positions constantly.
Yeah.
So I know West Brom were poor, but you don't know who you're picking up. It's like,
it's hard to deal with, isn't it?
At the moment, yeah. Where's the striker gone? Oh, he's now in the left wing position. Is he the striker? Am I supposed to go with him, or do I pass him on? Ozil's dropped into space. Is the midfield picking him up, or is the defence picking him up? And that constant movement that you get when you have a player like Theo playing through the middle with other players around you who understand the way he's going to move really does give the team a different dynamic. I love Giroud. I think he's great. I think he's been brilliant this season. I think he gets a bit too much stick, to be honest, because he's not a quick player and everything, and he's not so exciting with some of his goals. But in certain games, he's going to be perfect for you. I mean, against a team where they just sit there and they're on the edge of their box and they don't move, Giroud's probably better to play off than a Theo, because there's no space behind. Against a more open team, Walcott's going to be perfect for you.
But John, he's scored some magnificent goals since he's been back.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
How about play both together? Have we ever tried that?
I think we could. I think
Big man, little man, like the old Alan Smithian right days.
Because when you've got the runners, the one thing you need then, though, you need real athleticism in your midfield. If you're going to go 4-4-2, okay, your Santi Cazorla, he's not getting up and down all day, okay? No. He's not. But you can do it with a Coquelin, Ramsey, or a Wilshere. Because they've got the sort of engines. Ramsey's the elite athlete amongst them. Coquelin is there with him. Wilshere will give you a damn good 60 minutes, but he hasn't got the pace.
It's the sort of thing where if you want to play 4-4-2, you can play Ramsey, Wilshere in the middle, Ox one side, Alexis the other, because they're both going to work back forwards. Well, that's the thing. You don't. That's what you want in the squad. You want two top players for every position. You don't have to always play Ozil. Obviously, I'd love to see Ozil play every game, but sometimes he needs a rest as well. I mean, as he was out for 3 months, but he still played 30 plus games this season, probably something like that. I mean, you look at Alexis. There's very few players that have got the engine that Alexis has. He's already played over 50 games for us.
I want to ask you to this, Ozil's had to come to a bit of stick recently, and I just don't see it. I just do not get it. We've created the chances, we just haven't finished them. So why is the guy who's, our most creative player getting stick when it's everyone around him? He's missed a few chances himself, don't get me wrong, but why is the guy getting stick when, to be fair, I think he's been great. He's not going to be Lionel Messi. He's not going to be Suarez. He's a creator. He's just that link man in the team. And I thought today, another unsung hero just got on with it. Nice, quiet, bang, layoffs. I think has he had 1 or 2 assists today?
2. I think he got 2 and Cazorla got 2, didn't he?
No, he got 1 assist today.
Was it 1?
That was for allegedly 1 assist for Theo's second goal. And
Gabriel got 1, isn't it?
Gabriel got 1, and Cazorla got 2. But I don't think he'll go down as an assist because it was in between the defenders and Theo's own feet. So it almost looked like Theo nearly got his own assist.
Sorry, Tim Hargreaves says Santi's got a great engine. He may have a great engine because he has little legs. He can't get up and down. Let's be honest. Okay? It's a fact of life. I'm sorry. You look at what Coquelin's brought to us, and tenacity, tackling, blah blah blah. But it says athleticism, which is the big thing.
You got to be able to cover the ground.
Yeah, and it's that aspect of it. Santi hasn't got the athleticism. I'm sorry. It's just a fact of life. He's a great player. He's had a couple of bad games. But I hark back to the Besiktas game with Santi at the beginning of the season. That's probably the best I've seen him play ever. He was absolutely fantastic. He was in the middle of everything. They were trying to bully him, and whereas he has been bullied in certain games, Man United, Tottenham, Monaco. He's been bullied out of the game. Against Besiktas, he was able to sort of fend off that bullying. But it's going to be interesting to see. We don't know how it's going to turn out.
What are your thoughts on Wilshere being played? As we all know that Sanchez can play with either foot, so you start him on the left side or the right side, it doesn't matter, he's going to cut him with both. But I don't see why he's starting Wilshere and making him play over on the right-hand side. Although it's working at the moment, but with Wilshere, he's always going to cut in leftwards, isn't he, to get on his left foot? So why doesn't he play with, and then...
I think that's a sort of natural thing in our system, that our width comes from the fullbacks anyway. We don't really have wide players, Walcott did it a couple of times today, got to the byline. It's only really him and the Ox that ever do that.
And to be honest, they interchange so much, don't they? We're very fluid up top. We're very fluid up top.
It's not. It's more set when we defend. When we drop back to defend, people will take their positions back. They'll obviously go across and change positions to cover for each other when they need to. But going forward, there's no set play as such. But I think he's politely played on the right just because it is easier for him coming in on his left foot.
But then you always know what he's going to do. But
you can say the same thing with Alexis, can't you? Because I'm not being funny. It's if he gets the ball, he's going to come in on his right foot and try and have a shot.
He only got a rating of 6.9 today.
Yeah. Alexis. He was a little bit out of the game today, I did feel.
But he's still running his arse off, though. Yeah.
He's quality, okay? Let's be honest, okay? The guy loses the ball so often because he tries so many things and he's so enthusiastic the way he goes at it. There's real verve about him.
But it's infectious the way he plays. Yeah. That's what he brings to the team as well. It's like when we signed Ozil, there was a visible lift in the team. You could see all the players go, "Oh fucking hell! Look at this guy! He's just turned up. I really need to up my game."
But the thing, okay? We've got a group of players there. We're capable of playing with these guys. You can bring in world class players, and these guys fit in. You look at Ramsey, Wilshere, Ox. They're so talented. They really are top quality players. It's it's one of those things where we've just got to, we've got to get a consistency of performance. I think with the addition of Gabriel, we're a lot more solid at the back. I think somebody's mentioned here who's a pop at Gibbs. Goons said I need another left back. Gibbs not good enough. I think recently, he's a confidence player. He needs to get the bit between his teeth. He is good enough. He's an England international.
He's more of a wing back than a left back, though, because Monreal's a defending left back, isn't he?
I disagree.
I don't know. I felt Gibbs didn't really get forward enough today.
I agree.
Could have got forward more,
Yeah, and when Gibbs backs himself at pace, he's superb. But Monreal is just as good going forward, but he's a link-up man. Whereas you want Gibbs going beyond defenders and, as you say, making that width, okay, and really attacking the byline because his pace is so good. You look at Anderlecht away. You had him and Chambers linking up for a goal. In that 3-3. We've just got to pull our heads out of our asses and really get these guys in the right mentality. Whether if his attitude isn't right, maybe Goon is right. Maybe he has to go. I don't know. But, if his head's in the right place, he's great. And I want to talk about a Spina.
Go on, then.
What the fuck was he doing for that goal?
I didn't see it.
That was the coming out to punch the ball and missing it, yeah.
Okay, John, I see it this way, okay? He's come out, right? Instead of getting in front of the defender who's coming in for the header, he's come in behind him, got totally lost, and he's screwed the pooch. Your thoughts?
Yeah. I'm still not... He's really hard to judge, Ospina, because he's not had terrible games. Today I thought he made the two mistakes today. He had obviously the one for the goal, and then the one that went through his hands. The shot went through his hands and hit the crossbar. Okay. But I think the ball's moving about all over the place on that.
But John, the howler I can forgive because everybody's a howler, right? They happen, right? But coming out for a cross, which is your bread and butter, I think that's another big question mark. It's a bit like the Swansea goal. Okay, you've got to be doing better there if you want to be goalkeeper for the Arsenal.
He does seem reluctant to come off his line, I must admit, which seems to me to be that he's a bit late when he does come off his line. So I'd still want someone better there. I don't think he's a terrible keeper.
No, I don't think he's awful, but I just
I think he's a
not
good Premier
enough.
League keeper, but I don't. He's not. Yeah, he's not in that top tier where you'd put like De Gea and those Loris, Cech, all those kind of keepers.
Yeah.
I don't think he hasn't yet cost us in a game, so that's why.
I'm sorry, against Swansea, that was all him. Hey.
You can say the goal was all him, but then you can also say, Jace, that if any of the players had taken the 100 chances that they had instead of shooting it straight at Fabianski,
Don't get me wrong, okay? We as a team we let ourselves down that night. Okay, there's no ifs or buts. As a team, if we barely, we had easy chances. Theo Walcott shooting and Sanchez shooting straight at Fabianski was ridiculous. In the lead up to that goal, Monreal's got to do better. Koscielny's gone walkabout. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's a bit easy to just pick out Ospina for that.
Yeah. No. But that's what you want your number one to be, okay? But he's a guy who saves you when your defenders, who've been good for you all season, have let you down. Again, Rami Shaban is superb this week on the podcast.
Oh, he's great on the pod.
He's fantastic when he spoke about that, and somebody's going to fail down the line. But it's one where he's got to be going one hand there. He's got to be, and I mean, Gary Neville explained it beautifully. I thought he was superb the way he explained that situation. And when David Seaman says it's a goalkeeping error, it's a goalkeeping error all day long, because nobody knows better than him. But Tim Hargreaves, Ospina still miles better than Almunia. Well, Tim, no offence, pal. Almunia's retired. I don't care. Okay. It's this thing of I think Ospina deserves a chance to win his place. I do think he deserves a chance to keep that place because he has been good. I'm not gonna slag him down. The one where the ball's moved in the air. That happens. You cannot knock the boy for that. I think even the best goalkeepers in the world that happens to. But
do you see Fellaini standing off?
No, what's he doing?
McShane comes sliding in, and then Fellaini just put his foot right into his wedding vegetables as he's laying on the floor. Yeah,
he's a nasty piece of work. When Wales played Belgium away, he elbowed Joe Allen in the face, and he lined him up on it. I've elbowed a few people in the face. I know when you're lining somebody up.
What were you going to say, John?
I was just going to say, no, I get what Jace's point is. If you've got a better quality keeper in the Swansea game, then he makes the save, and you end up you save yourself a point in that game rather than getting nothing, and that adds up over a season. I do get that, yeah. But can we take a moment to applaud? I know we don't often do this, and we should maybe. I don't know whether we should applaud Stoke or not, but what a send off for Gerrard today.
What's that?
I like the fact he got himself his last league goal. It's lovely, and Stoke scored 6. Oh dear.
Do you know what? What gets me about all this is Steven Gerrard has been a wonderful footballer. I don't care what anybody says. I remember I was in town one night, watching the England-Germany game. Now, I'm no England football fan. I couldn't give a damn about them. I don't care. But I remember watching that game, and there was the boys from work, and my boss is English, and a few of the boys are English, and you couldn't help but applaud them. They were superb that night. And Gerrard's making a monkey out of seasoned top German international footballers. He was brilliant. But he's not dead. For fuck's sake. He's just gone to LA.
There are worse things that could have happened to someone rather than having to move to LA.
Somebody tweeted yesterday, I think. BT Sports said, "All right, we'll be the warm up for the cup final will be an hour beforehand." And somebody tweeted, "Well, if Gerrard was playing, it was started now." Okay, which was bang on the money, But it's a bit sycophantic. It's just I just think it's utter dog's bollocks.
Well, one win in his last 7 games for Liverpool. That's one hell of a way for his teammates to say goodbye for him.
You know what? Yeah. If you look at Steven Gerrard, great player, but put him up against Paul Scholes, put him up against Ryan Giggs, and say, right, put your medals on the table, because there's Premier League medals everywhere. below those two
Well,
balls.
he's going to the Galaxy now, so he can win a league title. He can get his first one.
Not this season, pal.
No, maybe not. And also should note that it's the end of an era for three players I've personally hated for their entire Premier League careers: Gerrard, Lampard and Drogba, the most overrated striker in the history of football. I remember the seasons when Drogba was getting 6 or 7 goals a season for Chelsea.
Yeah.
And then they treat him like the bloody Messiah.
But
He's not a Messiah, he's a dickhead.
You look at what he did to Sendros. I mean, Sendros got to a Champions League final. Right? He was supposed to be the next Tony Adams. But Drogba just ruined him with pure physique. He bullied him, it was...
When I'm looking at this, in 2007-8 he got 8 goals, and then 8-9 he got 5 goals, and then he got one season he got 29, and well done, that's good. The next one he got 11, and the next one he got 5. I mean, that's not exactly... He's no Thierry Henry, is he?
No, bang on the money. But look, I don't
and this
care.
season he's got 4 in 26. Most of them are sub. He's just a very average player.
I mean, there was some good stats today, wasn't there? Was it Walcott scored more goals in one game than Balotelli scored all season?
In 3/4 of a game.
Yeah, that was quite impressive. Yeah, I mean that was in what was that in, like 40 minutes?
I tell you what,
Yeah.
Frank Lampard, my God, he's got some good stats. He's a player.
No, you can fuck off and all.
It wouldn't surprise me if he comes back next season when Man City go, oh, we need you on loan again because we haven't got enough English players. We'll get you and Gerrard.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Oh,
could you imagine him playing for Man City? Steve Gerrard comes back on loan to Man City.
Hilarious.
Ridiculous.
Oh,
It's good
Omar's from Egypt.
I thought
it
it was.
else I'm thinking about then who's called Omar.
Omar.
Maybe it's the name. Yes. And also we should say well done to Jonas Gutierrez, who I've just seen him on the telly now, reminded me he got diagnosed with testicular cancer in October 2013, and today he come back, he scored the second goal and got man of the match, and that just shows that never give up.
Great player.
What a lovely bloke.
Mask.
Yeah. So it's really
good guy. He's just a good guy, isn't he?
Certainly
How
is.
did you think Gabriel got on today, Danny, coming in for Koscielny?
Yeah, I thought he was good. I'm not sure that that's the future of our Arsenal back four with Koscielny and Gabriel together. I think it's going to be of Mertesacker and Gabriel. I think it's going to be Koscielny and Gabby, because even Mertesacker himself said that after winning the World Cup he finds it quite hard to get himself up for stuff. He says his enthusiasm or something like that, and I think it's good to have two defenders at the back that are both a little bit pacey. So I think that'd be maybe more and more next season. It's going to see Kos and Gabriel at the back. Jace,
I got to be honest with you, boys. I'm not. Gabriel's played half a dozen games for us.
He's rock hard as well. Though,
he looks like he's going to be a real player. He does, okay. But I just think there are more twists and turns. I think a summer off will be good for Mertesacker. Everybody slagged him off this season. He's the only ever present in that back four. Okay. Yeah. Yes, he's made mistakes. So does Koscielny. Koscielny never gets the stick that Mertesacker gets because he's got pace. Okay.
He's played 6 for us this season in the league.
There you go. I thought so. Let them battle it out. But I still think Mertesacker next season will play a big part in that team. I don't think it's as simple as, we're going to ease Gabriel in. I think it's a case of you're going to have Chambers coming into it. I've seen people slag off Chambers this season.
I'm surprised he didn't get a game today.
Yeah, but Bemi, what the fuck is wrong with people? He's a 19-year-old kid. He was superb beginning the season for us. Chambers was. They were talking about him like the new Tony Adams, okay? Give the kid a break. He's 19 years of age. He needs time. I just think it's going to be very interesting. You're going to have Gabriel. You're going to have Chambers coming in. I don't think Chambers is going to go out on loan. I think it's going to be Coca-Cola Cup coming into the bench because he can give you that cover on right back. And whatever anybody says about him, yes, he's not naturally as athletic as Bellerin and as Debussy or as Jenkinson, but he's a damn good player. He's a very good footballer. He gives you options.
I like him.
Yeah, but people are slagging him off.
They just want everything instantly, and if they don't get it, it's shit.
I'm not being funny. I've had an absolute cuntful of these fucking wankers who cannot fucking pull their heads out their asses. It's done my tits in. I'm sick of you all. Just fuck off. You know.
Someone's just put on Twitter, this is from at TomGunner14, Wenger. Oh, see, I'm reading it as a W. Wenger, Invincible 1. Mourinho, Special 1. Pellegrini, Tactical 1. Rodgers, 6-1.
That's a round of applause.
But
you know what I mean, guys. You know, we look at it. We've had a tough season. The beginning of the season was really hard due to injuries. It hasn't gone the way as a club we'd have wanted it to go, but I think we win the FA Cup. We're third. We don't have to mess about with the playoff game for Champions League. Let's just bring a couple of good quality additions in. You know, I'm surprised Rosicki's going to stay. I really am.
I'm surprised he didn't get a game today at least.
Yeah, but no, but I look at Rosicki. He's going to be 35 next season. Okay,
yeah.
And I just think if he gets injured, you know, and it's a long term out, all of a sudden it's Wenger's a target for people again. Why are you giving a 35-year-old contract? You know, Thomas Rosicki's a wonderful footballer. You know, let's make no bones about it. The guy is world class, but Father Time's catching up on him, and it's that aspect of it I'm a bit concerned about. But
I think there's a degree of keeping someone that experienced in the dressing room, though. It's always beneficial. I mean, you look at like you were talking about Gerrard. Part of the reason that Liverpool fans are so pissed off is because he weren't offered a contract. Although his legs might have gone, he's not the player. Christ, you'd still give him a contract just to have him in the dressing room for another year, just for the experience, and now he can get players fired up. You know.
Absolutely agree. By the way,
sometimes you need that.
Yeah, absolutely agree, pal. By the way, real Josh Daw, I don't disagree with you there. I think he is a bit like John Stones. I think he will come. Yeah,
just needs time. Games.
You know, if you look at
is he going to the under-21s?
I think
in the summer?
Should do. I think so. I'm not sure.
I think he's in the squad.
Yeah, but you look at our defensive options now. Okay, so right back, you could have Jenkinson, you could have Debussy, you could have Bellerin. Okay, left back, Gibbs, Monreal. Okay, at centre half, you could have Chambers, Gabriel, Mertesacker, Koscielny. That's a decent setup. I'm very happy with that. Now, if you bring in a Czech or a Forster or you know, somebody of that ilk to challenge the goalkeeper, you know, whether Szczesny stays or goes, up to him. But I just think we need real quality there for a push. You know, then you bring in another athletic midfielder who can get up and down, a la Schneiderlin, Bender. You know, bring in another striker. You know, but you still got Welbeck, you've still got Walcott, you've still got another wide player, maybe, you know, strong, you know, somebody can get up and down. Future's quite bright. Future's really bright. I don't think we're that far away from the Chavs. Really.
You look at the extra players that were back today, like Ox, you've still got Welbeck, who's still, you know, he's out, he's got to come back into the squad. The options you had on the bench today, that was superb. And I think sometimes it's very easy for people to instantly jump on the transfer bandwagon as soon as a couple of players are out injured, and then you look at the bench and you only see sort of like Flamini and players like that on there.
Yeah, but
oh no, we need better, you know.
But Matthew Flamini has been a good servant to this club.
He's been great.
You know, he's another one. Okay, he's another one for the Boo Boys, and it's a case of Matthew Flamini's got a Serie A title. Matthew Flamini, whenever he plays for the Arsenal at home, never loses a game. You know, they've never lost a game when he's played at home. What the fuck do people want? you know. I'm not being funny. They want him to pull a fucking bunch of flowers out of his arsehole at half time and give them to the crowd.
You never know.
Yeah, it's bananas.
Chocolate daisies, it could be the future. I thought it was a nice touch today that people were saying it was Shad Forsyth that Wilshere ran up to.
Lynch, isn't it?
Declan Lynch.
And he's leaving Arsenal at the end of this season to go and
Bath Rugby.
For Bath Rugby Club. I don't know why you do that. Maybe he's from there or he's got some affinity with there. But someone was saying, I was talking to him on Twitter, and they were saying that the ex-physio of Bayern Munich who quit near the end of the season, he's up at the moment. And we should maybe try and go and get him.
Cole.
He's got a hell of a long name.
Something. Yeah, but Wolf. Something Muller. Something. Yeah.
Could be Willie Yocker for all I know.
I'd be very surprised we'd get him as he's like 70 something. And basically, even though he was at Bayern Munich, every German player basically went to go and see him when they had any problem whatsoever.
And players from this
People
country
travel
as well.
from all over the world to see him, didn't they?
But it's one of those things. You don't know who's available. We're not specialists in that area. It's
It might be Chad Forsyth. Maybe he's got someone else of his team is coming in, so that's why this guy's
apparently,
somewhere else.
Dom was saying before, all his team are coming in next season. Not all Forsyth's team are with them now, but they're all coming in next season. So there may be somebody on their way, and it may be that Bath's a good move for Declan Lynch. And if you look at some of the issues we have had with injuries in the past, not everybody's been over the moon about our physio team and so forth. So this
we need to take a bit of Jerry Payton as well.
But this is the thing. Shaban was saying, Payton was there when we were invincible. I don't know. I'm not an expert in these things. But
Wolfhart, that's it. Sorry, Catherine got the name. There we go.
Well done, Kath. But it's easy to point the finger at the backroom staff. But let's be honest, we don't really know. We don't know. We're not experts in our field.
Well, we could lie. No one would know we're lying, would they?
By the way, guys, stay tuned. I've got a transfer exclusive for later on.
Oh, I heard about this. Juicy stuff. From your contacts.
From the contacts, yeah.
We don't know about the coaching, really, do we? I mean, you've got to look at the fact that we had Seaman and then Lehmann. So you've got two keepers, exceptional quality. Right at the top, like 1% players. So you're not going to have goalkeepers at that level. You look around how hard it is to find a goalkeeper with that ability. There are not many about,
Absolutely.
I think it's always easy to point the finger at the coaching staff or physio, but if you're not there, you don't know what's going on.
It's unless you're in the middle of it, even if, for argument's sake, even if we both knew two separate people within the coaching setup, you're getting two different stories. Do you know what I mean? You can hear rumours all day long, but it's all Chinese whispers. So, we wait and see. I think Forsyth's been a great signing for us. I think he's been, as important as maybe Sanchez, really, for the way we've been towards the end of the season, fitness-wise. I think it's only going to be good him bringing the rest of his team in. We'll know where we are sooner down the line.
Don was saying you'll see the real impact start next season because you have the pre-season with the players.
Yeah, and there's a summer off for them all. I know we got the Copa America and the under-21 stuff, but the majority of the squad are going to have a summer off. It's going to be nice. We wait and see, but fingers crossed. If we start well next season, it could be happy days in 2015, as Jeff said in the past. But
Jeff knows.
Akib's just said Roberto Di Matteo fired by Schalke.
Yeah, I think John said that earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm not surprised, to be honest. His performance has been terrible. He doesn't speak to the players at all.
Doesn't he?
No, it doesn't talk to them. It's very 80s style. Rafa Honigstein was talking about it the other day and saying that it basically doesn't fit the way they play. They sacked, was it Sydney Sam and Kevin Prince Boateng?
They're gone. They've gone.
That's what I've heard. But then someone said they've just been suspended and told to go away until the end of the season.
Yeah, I don't know whether they can sack them.
I thought their contract's cancelled.
Yeah, that's what I heard. But then someone said no, they haven't. They've just been told to piss off.
I think it's going to be interesting because there's obviously issues there, and I'm surprised at Di Matteo because as a player, he was a great player. You look at him, he just seemed one of the boys. But they've been poor, Schalke, haven't they? When you consider they're the third biggest sporting club in the world, as a sporting club, that means the rugby clubs, the basketball, all that stuff. They're the third biggest in the world. It's interesting, that they still can't get going and kick on the level.
No Champions League next season for them.
Well, let's be honest. Who would have thought Gladbach and?
Well, I was very happy with Gladbach getting.
Yeah. I was thinking about you yesterday, and I was cursing you. Hamburg in the playoffs again.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the biggest clubs in Germany.
Kevin Keegan's old club.
Yeah, fighting relegation.
European Cup, there again, so did Forest. They won the European Cup back to back, and now look at them.
Oh, look at that! That was superb.
There'll be some, but it'll make the transfer window will be interesting because of some of the clubs where they've finished.
You look at it, Draxler's not going to be £40 million anymore, is he?
Oh no way. No.
You look at you could pick him for 15-20 million.
Yeah.
I think
Dortmund aren't even in Europe next season, so players are going to be flying.
No, they're in Europa League.
No, they
Did
missed
they get
out
a spot seventh?
They're in Europa League because they're in the German Cup final against Gladbach, so they automatically qualify.
Oh yeah.
You fucking hipsters! You think you know it all? Come here! I will lay down.
Where are you reading that?
No, I was watching them.
You don't know.
I do know.
Someone's tweeting you information on the
Yeah,
course.
no, they're in the cup final. He's right.
I'm fucking always right, boys. You boys just need to accept the fact I'm always right.
What was the final that Dortmund beat Bayern in? They beat him on.
Last season.
No, was there one recently? Or was it the semi-final? No, Dortmund played recently.
Yeah, no, they knocked him out the cup, they did. They did knock him out the cup.
Oh, it's knocked him out of it to get
Playing
in the final.
Wolfsburg in the final, not Gladbach.
Oh, Wolfsburg,
Thanks
yes.
for reminding me. Gladbach got beaten by a Division 3 team. Yeah.
Did they?
I don't know that much.
I say, poor old Paderborn have gone down.
Yeah, they got relegated. Yeah.
Yeah, but not being funny, they're like Accrington Stanley. They did well to get there, but it's very hard to stay in
It's the
that.
Carpenters team for anyone who was wondering. Paderborn.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Well, I think we should go into the window and see if anybody's got any questions. Matt Edwards says 2016. I think that's next year. We can't argue with that. I don't know what he's on about, but at least he said it. Goon says, make it up like the newspapers do. I think he's wise to certain events. And now they're all arguing about how you spell this bloke's name. Yeah, and Catherine says Hamburg beat them yesterday. Oh, Matt Edwards says the ever-reliable Asian Edward tweeting that Madrid will move for Aguero could force Benzema to reconsider his options.
I don't think Benzema would be a good match for us.
Well, if I can score goals with him on FIFA, that means he's got to be good.
Yeah, that's FIFA, Danny.
Is it not
He's
real?
not leaving Madrid. That is Perez's favourite player ever.
Is it?
Florentino Perez would sack any manager in the world if it meant he could keep Benzema. He absolutely
tell you what,
adored. Yeah.
He's a good player, Benzema, okay? Let's make no bones about it. And when you've got to fit in with the likes of Ronaldo and all those other players, it's really tough for him. But I don't see him being a good fit for Arsenal, if you know what I mean.
Look at the amount of goals he's got in that team with Ronaldo, who doesn't like passing the ball ever. He's got that many goals. He's had a couple of injuries.
Yeah.
He has a different manager every season, so he's got a different system, different players coming in. He still scores goals. They've got no other striker. They haven't got another striker, Madrid.
I still
There's
don't
no
get
way
why
they're
they let
selling him.
Morata go.
They put a clause in, didn't they? Juventus are trying to buy the clause out of the contracts that if he gets sold, that Madrid get first option. So I think they're offering him an extra 8 million or something to get the clause out. But there you go. He wanted to leave, didn't he? He wanted football, and right now in the final of the Champions League.
We've got some questions coming. Someone's blowing bubbles at me. What are our thoughts on Vidal? And that's not an illusion. It really is. I'm being covered in bubbles. Oh, blind! I'm blind.
Well done, Sean. Keep it coming. Just drop it all in his head.
Just pour it on me. Don't do that. It's a birthday in 5 days. Do you want to
Woo!
send presents?
Yeah, he's great. What do you mean? Can you be more specific, Danny?
I just think that do we want Vidal?
There's a rumour he's coming to us.
Oh,
That's
right.
Every fucker's coming to us.
I don't get it. I don't see where he fits in.
I mean, if you play without a DM, maybe. I don't know. He's a great player. I wouldn't say no, but
Yeah, but where does he fit into our team?
Yeah.
Why are you going to spunk a shed full of money on Arturo Vidal when you've actually got players there who can do the job? When what we do need is a bit of athleticism at the back and out wide.
He's injury prone as well.
I'd only get him if if we ended up selling Santi, maybe. But I can't see him coming. Why would you leave Juventus?
I gotta be honest. If Santi leaves, I don't think we need to replace Santi. I think.
I don't mean his style of player, but I mean a central midfielder, box to box.
Yeah, but you've got Rambo, you've got Ox, you've got Wilshere. It's time for those guys to step up.
Mm.
And I think they can.
So I'd say we don't need him. We want too much money for wages. The transfer fee would be too high. He's injury prone. As much as I do love him, and I think Sanchez would love him there, I say no. Jace, yes or no?
Ooh, Vidal? No.
Yeah.
No.
John?
No.
I do absolutely love him. Only if we completely change our system, which isn't going to happen. So no,
Okay,
for me.
right. Danny the Hammer. Cheers, Goon. Not sure what that means. Who is a realistic signing for next season? Well, Jason's got a little bit about that.
I'll give that later.
Yeah, okay. One can. We should buy Palmer. We should all buy Palmer.
Hold up, I got a favour over here.
As you can probably buy him with that. Actually, Palmer have got 280 something players on their books.
Jeez.
That's
So
because
I don't know.
inevitably
God
they
knows
do
how
that
many
part
have left
ownership.
now. Cassano left and then came back because another club didn't want him. He was like, "Oh, I'm not getting paid. I may as well go back to Palmer then and play for him for a bit."
Yeah, so I think maybe we sponsor the Barbican Pirates. If you like have a whip round, or you listeners, then maybe we can actually buy Palmer. Or I'll do you all a good deal on Palmer
Can you
bacon.
imagine we buy Palmer?
Well, they only needed, what was it, 5 million for the rest of the season to get him through.
Yeah,
And you
for a
had
laugh.
Hernan Crespo having to hire the coach himself to drive the youth team about because they had no money.
Jesus.
He had to take them to his house so they could have showers because they were getting ill from having cold showers because they couldn't afford the heating.
Let's be honest, man. You've heard Crespo can afford it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You think of the players who've played for them in the past. You know, big club, and they.
Bye-bye.
Oh.
All right. Chili
Right,
beans.
did we have some more players?
No, more questions.
Players questions again.
Goon says, if I turn my head upside down, I'd look like Lionel Blair. Pete, the PA Gooner, says, as Ospina started today, do you think he'd be playing in a final? That's a good point, Pete. That's something I meant to bring up. What? Bye!
Goodbye.
Bye.
I genuinely don't know. I
Yeah,
think.
the last game of last season, he let Fabianski play in goal, didn't he?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And then, so you'd have thought, if he is going to copy that for this season's FA Cup final, then he would probably have given Szczesny a go in goal, but he didn't. What are your thoughts on that, John?
What? I don't know. Does that really mean anything?
I don't know. Jay. Do you think he does, Jace?
I don't know. Genuinely, if you had to ask me to choose, I'd pick Ospina at start because the last couple of times Szczesny's played, he looks like a rabbit in headlights. He just looks shot mentally. I think he needs a summer off, and they need to tell him, go away, sort your head out, come back. You know, if you want to stay here, you're gonna have to fight for your place. That's it, tough shit. If you don't want to stay, go fuck yourself.
Oh, here we go. Real Josh Daw. Good, because I'm fucking sick and tired of the fake Josh Daw. Who's the youth player that will break through in pre-season? Super Dan Crowley.
None of them. None of them.
Who will?
None of them will.
I thought you were saying Zillalem.
No, the only one who's got a chance of breaking through into this team is Nabry. The rest of them are miles away. Zlalalem. If Zlalalem's in this, if he's in the first team within 2 years, I'd be surprised. Zlalalem.
No.
Yeah. Pleggy. What? Oh, how'd you say?
Oh, the centre back.
Swalo. He maybe gets whatever cup, Rumbelows Cup, whatever it's called now.
Emirates Cup.
The Milk Cup.
Sponsor us.
The
Milk Cup, yeah, whatever
Emirates.
the thing is. He might get a game in that, or maybe on the bench. He's him or who's the guy we signed with Bellerin who went out on loan, midfielder.
Fuck.
The Spanish kid.
John Terrell. Yeah,
Terraria.
He's
yeah.
at
Maybe
Brentford.
he gets on the bench in a thingy cup game, or the only other one was it Maitland-Niles?
Yeah.
Conservative.
That's going to depend on his mum.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to knock anyone out.
Yeah.
So he plays left side, doesn't he? Is he left wing?
I don't know.
Sanchez
I'm
wants
not.
to
I'm not
watch
very
out
good
then.
with the youth team.
Yeah.
Not being funny, I look at Zlalalem, there's all this talk about him, you know, or Germany and USA fighting over him. Whenever I've seen him play, he just doesn't look like he's got it mentally. He just looks like too nice a kid. Hopefully he can prove me wrong, but...
Catherine makes a good point. If Pogba leaves Juventus, they won't let Vidal go too. Very wise. Very true.
I don't think
Wow.
Pogba will be going this summer.
think he
Pogba
will?
may be playing in red and white.
No, I think he will be staying for one more year at Juventus. Is my guess, because Juventus have
Stupid
just made
haircut.
100 million euros from being in the Champions League
That's about
because-
25 quid.
because they no, sorry, not 100 million euros, 100 million pounds. It was
Not bad,
converted to because Roma went out early, so they have the same system as over here that you have a pool of money for all the clubs, TV money from one country, but because basically all the other Italian teams were out of it, Juve got all of it, and they had a higher percentage share anyway in the first place because they're a bigger club than Roma. So they've made enough money to buy a Pogba and another.
How are they a bigger club than Roma?
And a Parma.
Just,
Well, they just won
in
4
terms of
back-to-back
league titles.
titles.
Yeah, well, yeah,
10 cups.
they've bought all those league titles. Haven't half of those been taken
And they've
off?
had one taken off them with the Calciopoli.
Oh, it depends which. Yeah, it depends how many league titles they've got. Depends on who you ask. If you ask Juventus, they've got a lot more than the.
Yeah.
If you ask Juventus, they've won it every year. Even when they're in Division 2.
Let's move this on. Josh Kakalakalukas says, hello folks. Hey folks, just woke up. It's 1 p.m. Nice.
Hello, Josh.
Hello, Josh. We lost 6-0 today to West Brom. I wouldn't bother watching telly. And Liverpool have been made league champions, and they're bringing out a. Even though they lost 6-1, they're bringing out an appeal album. We'll have to go and buy it. Vicious bastards, bin dipping scumbag. Omar, no, I don't need that. Goon says drop Ox. How dare you? Get out, Goon.
Goon.
Carl Walker says we need wingers. Well, wingers plural. We'll maybe do with the left-sided one that will free up Sanchez to play anywhere.
Yeah.
Catherine says that's true, Omar. No, I don't need to read that. I should read these beforehand. McD says Toral, and so did Akib, and so did Josh. Oh, Josh is awake. Good. He's awake and commenting. Niles is like James Milner, Akib says. Questions.
Okay.
Do we buy Morgan, Domsky, Schneiderlin? Jace?
Yeah.
Okay.
Either him or Lars Bender.
Okay.
Not
John?
Sven, Lars.
No, by Lars or Christoph Kramer.
I say yes, we should buy him because he's adapted to the Premier League, and we need another frog in the team. Oh God,
Oh, shit.
I've gone all green, and just Dom's little face, his little Aussie face covered in snow. Oh, it'd be a thing to see.
No,
Josh,
I wouldn't moan with buying Schneiderlin. By the way, I wouldn't complain if we bought him. I just
Kramer
those two I'd rather have.
They're superb, aren't they? You know.
Yeah.
If I start cracking up with laughing, they're just showing the highlights of the Stoke 6, just 1.
Didn't Leicester win by some
Here we go.
ridiculous scoreline as well?
Liverpool's heaviest defeats. Today's, and the last one was Coventry 5, Liverpool 1, 92. You shits and schnazen. Get back there.
Do you remember the kids put 4 on them?
Who?
Do you remember when the Arsenal kids put 4 on them?
Could phone them.
No, we put 4 past them.
Who, Liverpool?
No, yeah. It was the Milk Cup, whatever, it was years ago. And Arsene sent the kids up to Anfield. We beat them 4-0 or something. The average age of the team was like 21 or 22. It was bizarre.
Oh, here we go. A new name. Abhishek. Lol. Thank you. He's a
Lol.
L-O-L-E. Because he knows I can't say the first bit, so he's a bit lol. What do you guys think of Nabil Fekir? Personally, I think he will be world class in a few years. A look of a young Hazard at Lille about him. Oh, if only Chris was here. Be turning in his grave.
I've seen Fekir play a lot. He is very, very, very good.
He's highly rated, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Unfortunately, as Don would say, he is a tiny little fast technical player. We've got enough of them. No. So Don wouldn't want him.
Like Alice.
He plays. He's been playing sort of up front with Lacazette, but he sort of plays off him and around him, just sort of a free role. Can come from either side of the wing. Really good player, but I think he needs another year in France first. And the other good thing is you get to see. I think you'll see him and Lacazette stay at Lyon because they'll get to play, which means they better get a better chance of playing for France in the Euros. Because that's going to be important for players for moving. Because they'll want first team football if you're going to have a chance to play for your national team. But also, they're in the Champions League next season, Lyon. So they want to do it and play with that team, you know.
Tim makes a very good point. He says, question, is the Spurs DVD out yet after their 1-0 win over Everton? Carl Walker says, what about Kondogbia? Is he still having a medical with us?
He's not up, is he? He's not good enough.
Nah, not good enough.
Not good enough.
Okay.
Big physical unit, but he's very hit and miss.
His passing's poor. Raj Patel, it's cornflakes all day long.
And Akib says, Pjanic from Roma.
No.
No,
we don't need him. He's
I
another one
like
of
him,
those.
but no, he's not. He's a player we don't need. They're all players I like and I enjoy watching, but he's not someone we need.
You can't. Yeah, but you can't have all the players, can you?
No,
You can't have all the players. Who are we? Chelsea, Man City.
Yeah.
Josh asks.
He's a more mobile and better, like an upgraded version of Arteta, and younger, obviously.
Josh Kakalaka Lukasaka says, all right, time for the obvious question. Andre Lacazette. Chris is yes or no, guys? I'd say yeah, might as well.
I'd have him all day.
On his form this season, you can't say no, can you?
Yeah, I'd have him all day, but I don't think he'll go anywhere this season. But yeah, absolutely, without a doubt.
Oh, here we go. Goon's trying to be funny. Danny, what do you think of IMAR FEKIR? I'm a fucker. Carl Walker says, I would take Balassi. Oh, I think he might be a bit of a one-trick pony.
Maybe Zaha. See how Zaha gets on next season at Palace. That'd be interesting.
But the thing is, they've got to come in and be ready to play.
Yeah.
There's no point now when we're already buying 2 kids from France. Apparently coming over from, is it Lille or whatever?
Lens, isn't it?
Lens, sorry, from
Lens. I don't know where the other one's from.
They're both from Lens, apparently.
Oh, they're both from there, yeah.
Yeah, well, they're coming along. They're both attacking players, but they're going to be a few years. You need somebody to come in and raise the level of the first team squad straight away. No more.
Yeah, I think that's the difference now when you look at transfers. Before we could invest in talent for the future. Now you've got to buy sort of 23 to 26 years old, ready to go straight in there.
Yeah.
England have got a lot of goals today. They got 429 goals to 6. That's a good win. Well done. That's for Raj, if he's listening still. Goon says, move Walcott to striker and buy Balassi for the right. Well, I'd say move Walcott to striker, definitely. But then we have got the Ox and Gnabry for the right, so we don't need anybody. Do you two agree with that, or am I talking shizzing?
I think you got Gnabry, you got Walcott, you can play there, but there's no.
I'm not having Walcott on the right, so stop it.
Okay, behave. It's not your choice. Okay?
I'm having a tic tac.
I prefer to strengthen the left-hand side. I really would, because Sanchez can play either. And I do think we lack a little bit of width. Also, you've got Welbeck who can play either side as well.
Oh, I think Welbeck will be off at the end of next season. He's never going to make it at us because he wants to be a striker, much like Theo does, and because he's foot ambidextrous. Wenger will play him everywhere but up front.
I don't know.
I think if Walcott becomes an out-and-out striker, and that's what he does, then you have to buy another wide player.
Draxler, I like to see, boys. He's big, he's powerful.
£5. We can have him for. We could have him for a £5 and Palmer for a £10.
No. Draxler's worth more than Palmer.
Is he?
Oh, damn right.
It's £15, and that's my final offer. Okay,
pennies.
The other one I wouldn't mind of having, unfortunately, just signed a new contract, would have been Bellarabi from Leverkusen.
Bless you.
As a wide player.
Real Josh Dawes says, is Kondogbia the new Mavia? Well, they're both having their medical at the moment, so who knows? That wasn't your bit of secret information, was it, Jace?
No, it's Paul Pogba. He's come to the Arsenal.
Is he?
Yeah.
You're going to tell people how you know?
No.
Oh, look at him being all mysterious and shit. Right, Josh.
I hope Raj was listening to that.
The last time me and Raj did about transfer speculation or signings.
Oh, that was Arteta, wasn't it?
Yeah, he went to full Neuer.
It wasn't Josh I meant to read out. Right, kindly tell us, it wasn't Josh I meant to read out. It was Wiley out. It says, I don't know why Wiley out has something against Wiley. Wants him out. How could anybody possibly think we need wingers and we have Sanchez, Ox, Walcott, Gnabry and Welbeck?
Ox is going to come inside. Welbeck is too much of a... He's not a proper winger, is he?
He's a northern monkey.
He's somebody who plays there because he's trusted to play there. You need an upgrade.
Plus he'll have to go up north for this summer because, Northerners don't like the sun, do they? Josh says no money. Jovino is probably a massive weight. What? What are you on about Jovino for?
Oh, we need a water bottle carrier.
Not fucking Jovino, we don't. Can't afford the bloody sun cream for his big forehead.
He just dropped them.
Akib says Drexler. Tim says Balassi can also play on the left, but he's not sure if he's Arsenal quality. He says that's overpriced. Catherine says, don't really enjoy his yellow card collection, I suppose. Bellerin's getting a few yellows, isn't he? Someone's always a bit worried. Oh, Akeem
He's
says
young, though.
Pedro. Pedro looks like yet again
Oh,
leaving Barcelona like he does every fucking year.
He's too lightweight, isn't he? He's just too
Yeah.
lightweight. You can imagine, okay, he'll be on for 60 minutes. He's going to spend half an hour rolling about on the floor trying to get a free kick or a penalty. Nice player, but not Premier League.
He's in the Premier League. He's a top 6 player. He's not a challenge for the title player. It's a bit like Vela. You send Vela to Spain. Look, he scores goals. Yeah. He does well over there. He gets assists. But you put him in the Premier League, he can't do it. Different league.
Let's be honest. He's lightweight.
How about Bernard from Schalke?
No, he's another small.
Oh, God, he's shorter than Santi, isn't he?
That's Super Dan. On FIFA, he plays as a attacking midfielder in the kind of Bergkamp hole.
Look, I'm not being funny.
He's got 3 in 32 this season. He can piss right off.
I'm not being funny, okay? People only want him in because he's actually shorter than Chris Carpenter.
4.5. Has he got such great hair? That's what we need to know.
It'd be funny just to have a player called Bernard, but yeah. No.
Yeah, actually,
one
that Danny can pronounce.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Bernard. Yeah, all the Brazilians Danny can do, can't he? Bernard, Joe,
actually,
Fred.
I'm quite fond of a Brazilian footballer, before I say just Brazilian. Jeff Goon says we definitely need another striker. Yeah, probably as long as it's not another Giroud kind of player. Bernard is basically another winger for a team in the Premier League. I prefer Douglas Costa for Alex Teixeira of the 3. Well, there you go, Josh. Thank you very much for sharing that. Oh, here we go. Akiba's put Lucas from PSG. Oh, and now Josh has put Douglas Costa is ridiculously talented and probably overpriced. Isn't he the one who scored like 12 goals in one game in the Champions League this season? Or over 2 legs, he scored like 8 goals or something
if you're
crazy.
A Brazilian at Shakhtar, then you cost any other European team 40 million plus immediately, just because they fleece teams.
Unless it's Chelsea, then you just say you're paying 50 million and you just pay them in.
Oh, boys, hold up. Jeff Hall, friends, got a hangover.
Oh. Poor old Jeff.
He's
Here's a good question. Right. Can we address the real issues now? Like, how are people going to deal with Premier League withdrawal syndrome? So,
what
are your tips for the summer?
Get a life
without football.
Get a life again.
How do you get through the summer without football?
Pornography. I make my own. I've got my own website, but can't go into that. I mean, photography. What am I saying?
Jesus Christ.
Photograph birds. What do? I just sleep more. I might leave the house. I might go and do a bit of shopping. What else am I going to do? Play.
Are you going to leave the house?
No, I've not left the house for a month. Seriously, 3 weeks.
What was the comment on Thursday? Oh, I've been on my arse since '93.
Oh, there you go.
I listened back on Friday because I wanted to hear Rami again, and he said that, and I was in tears walking down the street. People looking at me daft, laughing at Danny walking down the street.
Was it another riot in Wales with CS gas, or was it for tears of joy?
No, that was in Lincoln. That was.
I will be over the summer. I have just bought yesterday. I got Far Cry 4, the limited edition, for 23 quid from Amazon. So I should be coming tomorrow.
Sorry,
very good.
I've bought Oblivion. No, not Oblivion. Elder Scrolls Online for the Xbox One 1. So I should be playing that as well.
I don't get all this gaming crap.
No, you don't, Chase, because you're too fucking old and miserable.
No. I just like doing other things. Jackson Martinez. Don't leave it there, Dan. Leave it there.
It's just you say that to Gim, wasn't it? When you first come on, you went stop interfering with our sheep.
That was
at the end of your Christmas message, and he still hasn't, has he? Dirty, fluffy covered hands. I think we're starting to lose the plot here. Do you think we should start to round this up? Because I've got no fucking idea how long it. Look, still got 72 listeners.
Carl Walker said Jackson Martinez.
It's Jackson Martinez.
I don't know. I just don't know. You know what? He's one of those. He's obviously talented. He can put the ball in the back of the net, but he's big enough. He's strong enough.
He's overrated. Overrated.
the problem with that is that he won't have a pre-season with the team because I assume Colombia are in the Copa America.
I think yes, yeah.
I assume they are. So he'll be going to that, and then he'd be 20. What is he? 28.
Yeah,
29, something like that.
Work.
It's like the Cavani thing, isn't it? I'd love to see Cavani at the club because I think he'd do well.
Cavani's nearly 50.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's 28 and he cost a shed full of money. You know, and I just think if he was at Arsenal, Wenger'd make him a better player. I really do. Okay, but you can't justify that amount of money on a 28-year-old.
Well, now
it's different if they're Premier League ready.
I think he's Premier League ready, no problem. I think he'd do well with us, but it's just.
But again, that's another player you wouldn't have for the summer. He'd be off with Uruguay, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Well, now that we're media lovies, did you get your invite to Colo to his 21st birthday party? I've got mine. Yeah. I do have Grand Theft Auto 5 Goon. I play it a lot.
I sent it back saying I'd rather go down the bard.
I'll give it to Adebayor, and he tried to kill himself with it.
Oh, fucking Adebayor. I'll tell you what,
he's a poor bloke. I do feel for him.
That's a joke. I think he's a twat.
Well, he is a twat, but I do feel for him. He's putting posts all over Facebook saying that his brother went and stole a load of phones from somewhere, from the auction house, the orphanage, or whatever it was. So
his
he's nicking all the
brother
phones.
Stole phones from an orphanage.
You shouldn't get an auction house and an orphanage mixed up, Danny. That's terrible.
That's not really good, is it? Something like he nicked 36 phones from somewhere. I can't remember exactly what it was. And he nicked his signed Zidane shirt, and he nicked £30,000 or a £30,000 watch. He's not having a good time with it, is he? Bless him.
Fuck him, he deserves
it.
Here's
Jace. Here's one for you. Bale?
Or Neymar. Bale all day long. He'd suit the way we play, Bale would.
Come on, you must know him. Wales is a small place. Can't you ring him up?
No, I can't. But I know a man who can. I do know a man who can, actually.
Oh, good. I wouldn't have Neymar because he'd last about 5 minutes over here without sunshine. We'll probably sign him on a sunny day, and he'll think every day's fucking sunny, and he won't see the sun again for another 6 months nearly.
Can you imagine his face? He saw Ryan Shawcross running at him in the pitted rain in Stoke. Oh.
I think it's his blood. I think they're making Jurassic Park again. There's a caveman there.
I gotta be honest with you, I fancy buying Jordi Alba just to play him on his own against Stoke. You know, Charlie Adam round the neck, okay? Shawcross trying to break his legs. He'll be rolling about. He'll roll back from Stoke to London. Okay, he'll just roll and roll and roll.
Natasha Nunes, I'd absolutely love Bale, but I can't see it happening.
I'd love to have Bale as well. It will sort out our left-hand side for the next 8 or 9 years.
Yeah, I'd say he'd weigh in with a bare minimum 15 goals a season.
Probably would.
Yeah.
But there again, would he be happy playing? There again, our left-hand side player isn't really a left midfielder, is it? It's more like the old outside lefters he used to have as a one of 3 forwards.
Yeah.
That just roams around.
Can you imagine Sanchez one side, Bale on the other, swapping over, messing about?
Swapping for up front, Ozil behind the 3 of them.
We can swap him for Ozil. They can have Ozil back.
I'm not being funny, okay? You'd have Coquelin sitting down rolling a joint on the edge of the box. You wouldn't be able to get the ball off these guys, you know? They'd just, they'd be irresistible. Jack would be there.
Oh, Goon has done the bloody Adebayor song. Oh, dear Goon, that's naughty.
Oh.
You can't say that. And he's put an apostrophe in the O of whore, so we don't know what he's on about. Oh, really?
I got told off in a pub last night for asking for a black coffee.
Who told you off?
And then someone else said, you can't ask for a black coffee, you can just ask for a coffee. And I was like, well, why do you ask for a white coffee? He said, you can't say that, you have to call it Americano now. Racist. Seriously.
Did you stab them?
What? I said, what if I want a black coffee? I'll fucking have a black... What the fuck? Oh, dear. Sorry, completely off football. But,
I remember International Day in Cardiff, okay, in my local. Some guy goes up to the bar, 4 deep at the bar. He goes, oh, can I have 2 hot chocolates, please? And the guy behind the bar turns around and goes, yeah, no problem, he said. Starbucks, mile down the road. Fuck off.
Oh, dear. Well,
it was perfect.
I think that's a great note to end the podcast on, don't you? For the radio show. Oh, Mr. Carpenter hears that he's gonna not be happy.
Oh, actually, yes. Has anyone heard from Carpenter?
I've been checking regularly to see if the cheeky little scamp his back yet, and he hasn't put it there yet. So
You're spot
we
on,
will
Josh.
never
Coffee
know.
does have rights too. That's true.
Yes, it does. And I've had to lay off the coffee because of kidney stones.
There was a question about if there's a radio show after the cup final and
Yes.
if there's any pods in the summer.
Radio show after the cup final, most definitely. Chris will be back and hosting that. I mean, I know he's missed 3 out of the last 4. The useless.
He's in
fucking
Wales for that, though, isn't he?
Oh God, he is in Wales, isn't he, on that day?
Yeah, he's with the Davies.
Well, if he brings his laptop and if he 2's up at Davies, that'll be the first time, eh, Jace?
No comment.
No, you like to share your laptop, don't you? You do
Sorry,
the mouse, I'll do the keys.
I may be back in Armandford that day.
Oh, avoiding him. Good. I would. Oh, I've just realised I've had the bloody thing stuck on me the entire time. Sorry, people. Yeah, have a bit of John. I don't know what I must.
Sorry.
You know where you can click on the window down the bottom and it stays on one person. Like now, I've just put it on Jace. For some reason, it's on me because I was showing it when she was blowing the bubbles at me. Fucking hell! How rude. Yes.
Akib's asking, is there another After Dark coming soon? Oh, by the way, Akib,
Probably in the summer.
how did your Periscope go? Because we haven't seen it. Is there a link
I watched
to
it.
Yeah, you watched it. I didn't.
It doesn't record it. It's just literally whatever he's pointing the phone at. It's just a live broadcast from his phone for how long he does it, and then it's gone.
Okay,
So one time.
next time, can you let us know, please, mate?
Yeah, I was on there, and LL Cool James was on there, and there was a few. At one point, you had 24 people watching.
Sweet.
But the problem with Periscope is the people will use it, and you'll get low. I saw one bloke recently; he had over 100 people on there, and then within 5 minutes they'd all gone, or within 10 minutes they'd all gone.
I don't even know what Periscope is, so there you go.
It's just like you're just watching whatever you're videoing on your phone.
It's a live broadcast.
It is. It's quite good. Joe Rogan was on about it. Right.
Natasha Nunes, I've missed you too, sweetheart.
Yes. Should also say that I'm going to wrap this up. That if you go to the Bergie blogs, our very own Simon Collins, is it Collins or Collins?
Collins.
Yeah. He's had a little bit in the Telegraph on Friday and a little bit in the Mail online today, which is pretty impressive. The fact that he's getting his work published in major newspapers. Jake's got his usual one. If you go to Jake's site,
Chimp the Gooner's out.
That's the latest actual Bergie blog is from Chimp the Gooner, and so that's his second one, and I've heard that's quite a decent read. So if you want to go and have a look at that. To try and make Jeff Funden very happy, we're trying to get as many people to follow the ABW blogs as you can. It's only up to 874. If you follow him, he follows you back. If you build it, he will come. So that's at the Bergie blogs. We all know what the website is and what the Twitter account for the podcast is. So
do me a favour. Give me some more likes on Facebook, you people. Come on. Where have you been?
If you go to our Facebook, it's the AFC podcast. We did have a Birdcamp Wonderland, but we fucked up, lost the password, and Facebook, being the charming people they are, basically told us to go fuck ourselves. So we had to make another one, which Jason runs and does a very fine job.
I'm brilliant.
We have 1,491 likes.
Summer pod question, Danny. Someone asked it.
I don't know over the summer what's going to be happening. I should think there might be a couple of After Dark ones. Gimli will be on the shandy and giggling like a schoolgirl.
With Colin the Sock.
Yeah, that's it. Colin the Sock will be making his live debut. Crusty Colin the Crusty Sock.
Hold up. Hold up here. Spare me a sec.
And right, is there anything you want to point out, John, before we go?
Danny. My name's Colin. Hello. How's it going? My name's Colin. Ooh, I miss Gimli. Ooh, he's lovely. He is. He's lovely. I tell you. But he's all full of wool.
Oh dear.
Welcome to hell.
Yeah,
terrible.
John, no one to shout out. Just go give hashtag hugs for Tom as always. But go and follow the Instagram Mr. Canton does, which is @_ is it _Birdcamp _Wonderland.
Yeah.
And he's got some. He's at the game today.
He was.
So he's got some nice pictures from the game itself today, and he always interacts with people on there, and you can put your questions and stuff. So go and give him some love.
He's a top man, Tom is. By the way, while he out, lol can't forget Sanogo. Come on, even Pardy's forgotten about Sanogo.
Shamak scored today, didn't he? So there is hope for us all yet.
I felt for poor Shamak.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Free Colin.
Tell you what.
Hashtag free Colin.
Hugs for
Hashtag
Tom.
hugs for Tom.
Good.
Oh, come on, right, we've got to finish this because if we're just dribbling on about nonsense now. Right, Jace, thank you very much. Anyone you want to say hello to?
Right, who do I want to say? I do want to say hello to somebody, and I've forgotten.
That doesn't really help much, does it? I'm
I'm
gonna.
a mongtard, aren't I? Hold up, bear with me.
Oh, man. John, you have a little think. Is there anybody you want to say hello to before we go?
Oh, Jeff Holland.
Jeff everyone in the chat box. And go and annoy Chris on Twitter and get him to regale you with tales of his seven-a-side tournament. Which I'm hoping they've got all the way to the final just to lose it on like some horrible decision or something.
I hope they win 100-0.
You seriously. Actually, Jeff Holland, because he's just the coolest guy.
He is. He's got the greatest laugh ever known for a human being.
He really has, actually.
And my hello is going to go to the last person to follow me, and that is at Drew DREW _ Duggan DUGGAN and then the number 9. Hello, Drew. There you go. So, are we all done?
Yeah, go on.
Right. Right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This has been #ABW Radio Show, and we will see you probably after the FA Cup final, but we might have to wait for Chris to get back and do it the next day. I don't know. I'm not in charge. All I do is press record. Thank you, Nanu, you cheeky monkeys. Well done, Silla.